Good morning, everybody. It feels great to be on this stage. But I never knew Vetri stole my script before I came on the stage because he spoke half the things I wanted to speak to you. Anyway, it was great listening to people like Vetri Maran speaking about himself and, well, vanquishing my concept about dreaming and being in the life all with dreams. But still, I'd like to stick to my stand because I believe there are certain dreams which will take you to places which you don't even imagine. That's the power of dream. I don't want to rewind my life because I really hate to do it because I've had a very thankless past. I don't even want to think about it. But still, the only thing I would like to thank is like what we listened to one great person speaking there, the parents living your dreams. I don't know how many people sitting here being pushed to colleges only because your father and mother wants you to become an engineer, not because you want to become an engineer. Luckily, my parents didn't even know what I was studying. I remember when I was in second year college, I crossed the drawing room. My father calls me and introduces me to my long forsaken Chitti. He says, "This is my daughter, this is my last daughter. She is in 12th standard. I said, "Appa, I'm in final year college." "Oh, I'm so sorry." So that's the way my parents were, and it was really very advantageous for me because they never even bothered what I studied, what it meant. And when I finished my BSc Nutrition graduation, and I said, I'm going to pursue MSc Child Development, my mother didn't even know what it was. She was finding out, oh, you're going to become a child doctor, and the whole house is going to be filled with children and all that. Will you be able to manage it? I said, Ma, child development has nothing to do with pediatrics. So that's the way I grew up. So I had no problems dreaming, And my life was spent half the time dreaming. Let me tell you what dreams was for me. I dreamt to be a doctor, seriously. It's not like if you call it a dream, it's a dream. If you call it a vision, it's a vision. I cleared an MBBS entrance after my 12th standard with a wonderful marks, but I couldn't pursue my dream because of finances. Now, is that my dream or is that my ambition? How do I call it? I don't know. I lost both. I didn't live my dream. I didn't live my ambition. But I was not dejected. I took one step down. I thought I'll take nutrition. Okay, it was something close to doctors. You keep visiting hospitals, especially I was so excited about the laboratory coats they give you, the white coats, which makes you feel like a doctor, whether you're really a doctor or not, it's everything. And luckily, even in the final year sessions, you get to get your stats, You go to the internship classes, they give you the stethoscopes. You really feel like a doctor. It feels really great. You'd like to call somebody and put an injection and feel like a doctor. I mean, I enjoyed it so much. And well, it really felt very sick, when they trained us to do an injection with the brinjal. Do you know that? Yeah, we were trained to give injections through brinjals. And I remember we had a class strength of 52 people. We had a compulsory session where we have to attend a postmortem. And in the postmortem class, I was the first one to walk in. I was the first one to faint. So I knew that it was not fit for here, the job, but still I loved it so much. But during my college, I realized that being a doctor would be my ambition, but I'm dreaming of something else. There's a craving for something else. Because, as Vetri said, half the time I was not in college. In spite of pursuing such a difficult course, I was half the time in some other college, attending some oratory contests, attending singing contests, attending dancing contests. Even if I was not participating, I used to get a false bona fide and go to another college culturals just to be there, just to find out what the others are doing. And I will try to get some empty certificates, fill in my names, and come and show it to my college. Say that, yeah, I want this. So the next time, I'll get a bona fide easily. Only when I started attending culturals, I realized that my dream was not just to be somewhere behind a four-wall room with some few papers on the table. No, I was not meant for that. I wanted to be known. I wanted to be applauded. I had this passion for stage. I had to be on stage. I wanted somebody to keep talking about me. I knew it. Every time I went on stage and received a prize and 10 people clapped and 15 people didn't clap, I used to turn and look at them with like this, and then they start clapping. I was craving for applause. Do you think it was wrong? No, it's not wrong. You have to crave for applause, whether it is obvious, whether it is audible or not, it doesn't matter. recognition is a part of your dream. And I dreamt of being recognized. And I think that's what I started pursuing. But later, I'd like to tell you, but today, all those youngsters who are pursuing dreams are really going one step further or even 5, 6 steps further. I will tell you what, the pleasure of living your dream is also the pleasure of living somebody else's. Once I took entertainment as a profession, it was not an accident. Like a lot of people say, like a lot of this thin, skinny-looking young actresses say, I wanted to become an engineer, but unfortunately I had to go for acting. No, it's not like that. Once you start living your dreams, you also have to look into what the others are dreaming about you. In your search for, in your fight for dreams, you tend to lose focus. That's the problem, and that's why so many people keep changing tracks during your profession. In my profession, in my entertainment profession, what I learned was there are 2 ways to go about it. Anybody who enters media, television, films, I know there are a lot of people whom here will agree with me. They want to be on screen. They want to be seen. They want to be recognized by your face. Even I started like that. But then, do I have a face for that? Do I have the glamour for that? To realize that and to understand that and to accept the fact that you're not made for on-screen. You're for something else. Itself is a courage. To develop that courage, it takes some time. But if you don't develop that courage and you insist on being what you're not supposed to be, then you are on the wrong path of your dream. That's what I realized. When I started the entertainment media and I started writing and I started giving command over the cameras, I knew that I was made for that, not for being on screen, not for the makeup stuff. I was there to call the shots. Where I started living the dreams of other youngsters, there were a lot of youngsters who were coming with me for dreams. I have seen so many young kids come up with dreams to me. When I live their dreams, I feel so happy. What do they dream about? Now, I just want to take 1 minute of this whole of 18 minutes. If all of you can close your eyes and think of just one thing that strikes your mind for 10 seconds. Just close your eyes and think of something that comes to your mind. Just one thing. Don't shift focus. Close your eyes and think of one thing that comes for the next 10 seconds, please. Just close your eyes and think of one thing that comes for the next 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I know most of you who closed your eyes will be thinking, when I open my voice, Subashree will say what I was thinking about. Am I correct? Am I correct? Were you thinking that I will be telling you what you were thinking about? I'm not a magician, but I'm saying when you close your eyes, you are not ready to dream. You are not ready to think what you want. You want to think what others will think about you. Am I right? Half the time, we only keep dreaming about what others will think about us. Are you dreaming for yourself? That we don't do. That's the problem. When we start dreaming for ourselves, the first thing we have to shed is inhibition. If you want to become a cobbler, you want to make good shoes, you want to make designer chappals, what's wrong? Why do you think it is wrong? You want to become a smuggler. You want to become somebody who smuggles goods and lives a rich life. Maybe you'll end up in jail after 20 years. That's okay if it's your dream. Why do you think it is wrong? It is wrong for the law. It's wrong for the police. It's wrong for your family. It's not wrong for you. You like dreaming it, right? You like to go in BMW if that's your dream. Slowly, when you pursue your dreams, you will understand whether it is right or wrong. The way you dream totally depends on what your vision is. As somebody rightly said, dreams and vision are 2 different things. You can dream a lot of things, but only when you start marching towards your dream, you will understand that this vision, this place where I'm heading to, the place where I'm heading to, is the right place or it is not the right place. And you are also be ready to take the other steps, the other passages that will come across, which might take you a little away from the actual dream you're pursuing, but still it will be a better path. It will be a better path. Only when you walk through it, you will understand. People who come to my shows, they come with a lot of dreams in their eyes. Everybody who enters a singing reality show today wants to become a Lata Mangeshkar, wants to become a Kishore Kumar, they want to become an SPB, they want to become an Hariharan. But do they all get to do it? They all are dreaming. Everybody is dreaming. 1,840 people who attend the audition for a singing reality competition. Everybody has a dream. How many of them live it? How many of them work for it? Every night we get dreams. Every morning we wake up with different kinds of dreams. It could be even nightmare. It's okay. But how many of us are taking it seriously? We are not talking about the dreams that comes during the night after the moon sets. No. We are talking about the dreams that is permanently on your eyes, that's permanently on your forehead, that's permanently here, which is always in front of your eyes, which is always there for you to remind you that you are still not there. Once you think, I am there, and you stop dreaming, please write a letter and commit suicide that night. You're not fit for living. That's what I'm saying. See, because the moment you feel that, okay, this is my dream, I have achieved, then you have lost interest in life. If what you have dreamt last night is a funny thing, and if you think that's the dream, no, that's not the dream. We are talking about dreams. We are talking about the passion, the dreams, the vision that you want to live for. I hope I'm on time. Once we start pursuing dreams, as I told you, like with all these reality kids and all that, you don't want to take one thing. Nobody wants to accept defeat. Nobody has the power, the strength to accept defeat. Because we feel that once we go in there and we fail, then we are not fit there. It may be wrong most of the times. Half of the times, what happens is your first step may not be the right step, but your further steps will lead you to the correct path. And that's the way dreams are pursued, and that's the way I think dreams are pursued. For me, a dream of becoming a media person was not existent, was non-existent. I never dreamt of coming into media. I never dreamt of going behind the cameras. I never dreamt of calling action, shot, cut, nothing. Why am I doing it today? When did I realize this? I'm telling you, even today, I don't even realize that I dreamt of it. And I'm telling you, I never dreamt of it. How did it happen? It happened because of the others. It happened because the others kept telling me that you are in a wrong place and this is not your place. Telling me in the sense, not the literal sense where they come to you and say, no, you're not in the right place. It's not that. I will tell you, I had been a sales girl. I had been doing door-to-door sales. Then if I had decided that was my profession, I wouldn't have been here. After my sales job, I went to hotel as a receptionist. If I thought that was my destiny, then I wouldn't have been here. After that, I went as a housekeeping in charge. If I thought that was the job, I wouldn't be here. Then I was a restaurant manager. If I thought that was the job, I wouldn't be here. Finally, I became an entertainment manager. Oh, okay, I was a medical representative for some time. I should even say that. I was a medical representative. I used to carry those huge bags, get into the two-wheelers and go into the doctors treating patients, and you keep a book and keep explaining to them the value of the drugs. I kept doing that also. Finally, when I entered entertainment, I went into a hotel resort as an entertainment manager. The passion for my job, I knew I was enjoying every minute of it. I knew that I was entertaining my guests and my guests were loving me. The letters they wrote to me and they came and hugged me. Shubha, you're great. Shubha, this was wonderful. Oh, this event was awesome. Then I knew that, okay, this is what I should be doing. Because my doctors didn't love me when I was the medical representative. My resident people hated the food I served when they came to my residence. As a receptionist, I was the worst telephone operator. Every day my boss used to bombard me for taking the wrong calls. So I knew that was not the job for me. So when I realized that this was my job, as an entertainment manager, and then slowly one step by step, whatever I am today. As I say, today, more than pursuing my dreams, today I really tell you, I don't have any dreams. Unfortunately, my field is very, very small, and it's very limited. I cannot think of going to the Collywood, but I don't want to be dreamy. I would really quote, I don't want to be dreamy. I know where I stand, I know what are the limitations. But today, I find happiness in living others' dreams. As a viewer, every viewer dreams of a good quality program. I want to live your dreams by giving quality programs. As a young budding singer, everybody who comes to me dreams of becoming a successful singer. I want to live his or her dream to make his or her successful career. As a boss, as the entertainment media, as the field itself, the field demands healthy productions, healthy shows, healthy units. And I want to live their dreams by providing the healthy environment and healthy situation around it. And as every student and every aspiring engineer or doctor, anybody who imagines, anybody who dreams, I want to dream only one thing. I want to dream success. Every day in the morning, I dream of being having a very successful day that day. And if I'm able to live up to that dream of success every day, in my own terms, it must be very successful to me. Obviously, if a show is success to me, it's a failure for the other channel. I don't mind. But for me, it is success. I want to enjoy that success, and I want to live that dream. My dream is to be a successful, aspiring, youthful, energetic lady forever. And I hope that will make me look as young as I am today. Thank you.